Hi folks, and welcome back to another fly tying tutorial. The fly you see in the vise, I'm calling it the Pink Lemonade Booby. So without further ado, let's get into it. The hook in the vise is a Hanak H260 barbless hook. This one's at size 10, it's finished in black nickel and it's on a heavy wire. The thread I'm going to be using today is from Trout Line. It's the Sumo thread at 50 denier, and as you can see, it's white. As always with these types of thread, I'm going to get a small layer of super glue onto the shank just to ensure that my body doesn't rotate once the fly's finished. So I'm going to catch that in all the way down. As I get to the bottom, I can remove my rat's tail. Now, boobies are a very effective fly, very versatile as well. You can fish them as a washing line support pattern, or they work equally as well fished on their own. So I have a great selection of boobies, and I'm always looking for the next best booby, if you like. So this is something I've been working away with. I've got some baby pink marabou here, and I'm going to take about a thumbnail's worth off to create my tail. And just over my waist bin, I'm going to remove the excess that I've got. I'll bring my thread halfway up, probably leaving about 4mm for the front of the eye, and I'll catch that in. Now, it's quite a bulky pattern, this. I'm hoping to create quite a lot of disturbance in the water with it, and I want it to be competition legal for the little competitions that I do. So I'll just make sure the tail's trimmed back. Now, for the body of this fly, it's something I rarely do. So this is from Uphaven, and as you can see, it says limited edition. Now, I don't know why they do this. It's probably because, I don't know, they've misdyed the material, but they can't reproduce the exact same colour. And this one particularly caught my eye. It's just it's got lots going on inside. It's kind of a yellow with some pearlescent going through it. So I've got a couple of packets, and if the fly proves to be a winner, I'll probably go and buy the rest of it. So I'm going to just catch that in on the body, and then it's a kind of straggle fritz sort of thing. So when I bring it over, what I want to do is try and stroke back those fibres. I want them all to be moving in the water once the fly's complete. So don't try and not trap as you're going around the body of the fly. Try not and trap them fibres underneath the core of the material. Now, it's dead easy to work with. It's not like your usual fritz that's very bulky. Straggle fritz is a joy to work with compared to ordinary fritz. So as I come up, I'm going to stop about 4mm for the eye, and I'll catch that in with my thread like so. Slick everything back, a couple of turns in front, and then come in with my scissors and remove the excess. Now again, I'm just going to damp down my materials with some saliva. Just get everything back out the way. And the next thing we're going to do is add our wing, and it's exactly the same material. I was toying with the idea actually when I was playing with this fly, and I did try it, was putting sunburst marabou in the tail just to get a bit of contrast, but I think I prefer it with the same colour on both the tail and the wing on this one. But you know, that's the beauty of tying your own flies. If you think it'll work better with a different colour tail to wing, then please do give it a go. I'd love to see what you come up with in your creations. I think even maybe a yellow tail might do the job. So I've ripped some more marabou off the stem, and again over my waist bin, I'm just going to trim that up. Then I'll damp that end down, come in with my thread, trap it in. Now, one of my pet hates with these types of flies is when the wing's not been tied in properly. And that's why I'm loath to take flies from people that offer them, mostly because I think, oh, have they tied the wing in right? Is the fly going to fall to bits after the first fish? So I always like to tie my own flies onto my cast. So I've got the wing in. Again, I'm going to come in with my thumb and forefinger and rip the marabou away. And once again, we're going to damp down that wing. Now you can see where, well, hopefully you can see where I'm going with this pattern. It's kind of got that jelly fry thing going on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some pink booby eye. The next thing I'm going to do then is tie in the eyes, and I'm using some of this. This is the new foam from Uphaven. It's like a compact, hard density foam. And I've trimmed up the eyes as I usually do. So I've got this little TicToc here, and as you can see, there's a little hole where I stuck my needle in before dressing it up to a lighter. So what I'm looking to do is line up my thread with that hole and bring it round. And what I'm trying to achieve here is to get my eyes as evenly as possible. So I'll bring that round, and that looks not too bad. So I'm going to catch it in. Now, because I'm using nano silk, I'm going pretty gentle with these thread wraps. So I'm getting several thread wraps in. Excuse my finger, I know I'm blocking your view, but I'll just be a minute while I just get them thread wraps in. Then I'll come to the front of the hook, get a couple of turns in, and then I can come in with my whip finish tool and get that finished off. Now, don't be tempted to try and pull it away. Always use a pair of scissors with nano silk and foam, because otherwise you might just pull tight enough and you just split your foam completely. Now, to support the eyes, I'm going to just split them slightly. Get plenty of super glue in between those eyes, and that will sink down into the silk. And then on the underneath side, just going to get a little bit more glue on my brush. I'm going to get plenty in there as well. Now, I believe on this occasion, and it's my bad, I've got super glue in the eye of the hook. Now, there's a couple of ways of solving this problem. You can use a feather and just slip a feather through, or a bit of wire that's lying around your tying bench will also do the same job. Just stick the wire in, get it right around the eye, and that'll clear any excess super glue. And there we go, we've got our pink lemonade booby, and hopefully that's going to catch me some fish in the coming months. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.